Looking back to last Saturday in a match that, for the most part, had everything that Charlton fans wanted, a packed-out Valley, dominant performance, taking the lead, but sadly, the one thing that was lacking was coming away with 3 points. How do you reflect back at the game now? You've had a chance to some time to think about it.
Well, two things really. I think first and foremost we needed to get the second goal. If we'd got the second goal, then we would have won the game. And then it was just a decision, and well documented. With the sending off changed the game. But look, Mirror are a good side. They've won both their away games up until then. They took Crystal Palace to penalties. It was a Premier League side, and they made changes. Palace made less changes. So it shows that they're a good side. It shows that the level performance for us is there. It's just we just got to bring everything together. We've got to take chances when we have them. We've got to be disciplined in certain aspects, and then look, we'll be the side we want to be.
And 5 games in, and aside from the opening day victory, we've not really had the rewards that our overall play has deserved. Is it a case of just carrying on doing what we're doing that has got us this, in the expectation that things will change, or do you have to change things from what we're doing now to switch that around?
Well, we can't be doing everything the same because we'll get the same outcomes, but there's a level of performance there, an intensity, a defensive responsibility that we are very, very good at the minute, and we're doing very well. We are creating enough chances to have won more games and to have got more points. So there's the learning curve there is not to keep doing the same things, is to make sure that we take our chances, that we show discipline in our 97, 98 minute performance, and then if we bring everything together, then we'll be the team we want to be. And I said, if that happens, if we're a bit more clinical against the Leicesters, for example, then we would have got a minimum of a point out of the game. If we had started the game better against QPR, I have no doubt we would have won the game. And if we'd kept 11 men on the pitch the other day, then I have no doubt we would have won the game again. So there's always something in the game, and at this level, you're getting punished for everything. So look, for us, it's about doing lots of stuff. The stuff that we're doing very well, keep doing that, and then the stuff that we need to improve on, like everything else, we need to just get that complete performance. And once we get that, as I said, then we'll start climbing the table and getting points that we deserve.
And in preparation for this Saturday, obviously we've got to do without Kane Ramsey because they're sending us. So you have to utilise the squad. How is the squad ahead of the weekend? And of course, fans will want to know about maybe Matty Godden and specifically and Luke Berry. But also, Will Mannion and Karoy Anderson weren't in the squad. Are they okay?
Yeah. Obviously, Karoy had big journeys and came back in, and it was a tactical decision with Karoy. He got sent off. Obviously, the Cambridge game, missed the game after that, the QPR one. So look, that was a tactical decision. The other three are obviously a lot closer. Berry's the closest, then Manny, and then probably Godden. But that we're talking minimal time between the three, and hopefully we can start getting them back out. But apart from that, we're in real good shape.
The trip to Bramall Lane has a new twist, of course, with Chris Wilder stepping back in to manager's role. Does that complicate your preparations for Saturday?
As I say, we always preach that we've got to be the best versions of ourselves. If we're the best versions of ourselves, then look, that's all we can ask for. Whatever the other side do, we can't affect that. Does it complicate it? Does it make it? You don't know. They were always going to need a bounce anyway, because the previous week they lose 5-0, and we always seem to catch teams on the back of when they need something to change drastically. So look, we're starting to get used to that now. But listen, all we can do. It's a very difficult game anyway. They're one of the best sides in the league, one of the strongest squads. They're in an extremely false position at this point in time. But it's about us. It's all we can do is concentrate on us and being the best versions of ourselves, and that's all we can. What we come up against on Saturday will be a rejuvenated Sheffield United, but that's what we have to cope with.
Have you locked horns with Chris Wilder's sides in the past, and can that help preparation?
Well, you know what you're going to get from Chris. I know Chris very, very well. Ironically, he was in our hotel, and I had a good conversation with him. He came and saw me after they'd after their game, and then I saw him in the foyer on the morning of the playoff final. So me and Chris go back a long time. We've got mutual friends. We've come up against each other a lot, and there's a real mutual respect, I would imagine. There it is from my side. I can only speak about that. So it's always going to be a tough game, and as I said, we're looking forward to it because it's a wonderful game. It's a wonderful football club, Sheffield United. It'll be a wonderful atmosphere there, and that's the thing, that's the thing we've got to handle as well. But what a game.
Just finally for me, it's EFL Youth Development Week this week, and it's a little bit poignant that our academy products, Therese gets his full international debut and then appears twice for Jamaica over in that international break, and then Karoy signing a contract extension as well. Proof we needed, of course, that Charlton's youth development success is up there.
Yeah, well, obviously we're doing our bit for the Youth Development Week. But look, this club's got a fantastic history. We're one of the best. I mean, we've just had the report back, and we're in the top. We're definitely in the top 10 of all the clubs. I think it's 7th. I think of all the clubs in the 92. Of academy products, we are top in the EFL. We are top in Category 2. We are top in so many things. So and all we're doing, and all I'm trying to do is to continue the fine history and the fine tradition of producing in fine players, and this club does it. The area produces the athlete, and I think the club then polishes it into, and then we just give it a pathway and a platform, and that's what this club's built on. Those are the things, and so we're very proud of that, and we want that to continue.